Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a review on one book that I've recently read from Jodi Picoult. It's called Lone Wolf, and this is her newest novel, though she is coming out in next month with a novel that she co-wrote with her daughter, which is a YA novel, which I've pre-ordered and I'm really excited about because I hear really good things. But, so this is her newest, just by herself, adult novel. And what this novel is about is this man who pretty much lives with wolves. He owns this, she calls it an amusement park, but there's like wolf enclosures. And he pretty much lives with the wolves, and I'll get into that later. But then he's in an accident, and he's on life support. And so he's divorced, so his wife has no power to say whether he stays on life support or not. And so the decision is between his 16-year-old daughter and his estranged son, who's I think he's like 24, 25 maybe. I'm not exactly sure the ages. But so, yeah, that's what it's about. It's about whether or not he should stay on life support or not. So, like all of Jodi Picoult's books, each, like, not necessarily chapter, but each section is narrated by a different person. And then, the last chapter, like, after everything's done, the prologue is written by a whole nother person who had never gotten a voice before in the book. First off, look at that cover. I don't know if I necessarily like the way Jodi Picoult is going with her covers. Let's look at all of the other books. Or, I don't know, maybe it's the hard covers, I'm just not used to the hard covers, but her soft covers normally look like this. So they've got like, oh, there's something in there. So they've got, a picture on top, and then they've got her name, like this kind of thing. But now she's like moving into just pictures with like her name at the top. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But it seems like the hardcovers just have a picture with her name. Just to tell you. I know it's kind of off topic, but I do like this cover. And I think once you actually get into the book, you realize how, what's the word? I totally lost it. How relevant the cover is. But so, this man, Luke, he had a family, had a wife, 2 kids, and then he decided that he was going to go live in the woods, in the Canadian woods, with a pack of wolves for a year. And he did. And miraculously, he survived. But his life was never really quite the same again. He was always a wolf enthusiast. So, it all started when he got a job at a zoo, and he started staying nights in the wolf enclosure so he could study them. And that's where he met his wife. His wife was a reporter. And so, the book starts out, it's a few years after the divorce, and his daughter decides to go back and live with him instead of living with her mom. And then, they get into a car accident because the daughter had been at a party and was drinking, so she called her dad to pick her up, and they swerved off the road, and he was put on life support. He can't breathe on his own. He's pretty much brain dead. And the daughter is injured as well, so she's in the hospital. And they have, their son is estranged, and you find out why later. But when he was 18, he packed up and he left. He's in Asia right now teaching English, and he has not spoken to his family in, I think it's 6 years, something like that. But their mom contacts him. He comes back right away because a decision needs to be made. And the daughter isn't quite old enough to make the decision by herself. But they do have to agree on the decision. The daughter believes that they should keep their father on life support and keep him alive. It's what he would have wanted. Whereas the son thinks that they should take him off, that their father would never have wanted a life like this. Just being attached to tubes and not really be able to do anything by himself anymore. So that's where the trouble starts. And like a lot of Jodi Picoult novels, it starts kind of, family, then the drama happens, then there's a courtroom scene, and then there's the end. And so the trauma is the accident. The courtroom scene is them trying to figure out who decides. So a judge is going to grant power to either the son or the daughter. And they go through this whole thing. The daughter accuses the brother of murder because he unplugged the machine by himself. The son is saying the daughter is incapable of this because she was in the accident herself and stuff like that. So in the end, so this is where all the spoilers are. So in the end, the judge grants power to the son, and they decide to turn his life support off. So the father then has some of his organs donated. And the last person in the epilogue, his name is Barney. And you never hear about him before or anything. And let's see, what does he get? Oh, he got a kidney from the father, whose name is Luke, by the way. He got a kidney, and you see him going into the wood, or his part is he's going into the woods, and he sees this wolf, and he doesn't understand, but he thinks he has a connection with this wolf, just like Luke did, though he doesn't know anything about Luke. So he feels this connection, and the last thing you see is, or you hear, or you read, is him going off and following this wolf that he sees. This book was really good. I read it in 9 hours and took an hour break for dinner, so it really took me 8 hours to read. I'm a big Jodi Picoult fan. I love her books. If you saw my review for Sing You Home, this is definitely better than Sing You Home. I liked it so much better. And I mean, I like Sing You Home, but this one, thumbs up. I think you should all go get it and read it. It is an adult novel, so it's not YA. But it's still, I loved it. The writing was great. She definitely makes you think, just like all her books. You're reading this and you're like, oh my gosh, what about me? Would I rather be on life support, or would I be taken off? Or, if it meant my life just sitting there being attached to tubes, would I really want that? So it definitely makes you think, which I really like about her books. And yeah, so that is Jodi Picoult's Lone Wolf. I would definitely recommend it. Thumbs up. And I think you guys should check it out. So there it is. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.